putting this video together for one of my friends, Rev. So they use a number system, and I'm not so much on the number system thing. So just apples and oranges, people like whatever they like. I wasn't raised or taught the number system. I mean, I was a little bit, but it wasn't my thing, so I never used it. And the majority of the coaches I used never used it, so I never used it. So some of this, even though it's mitt work, it's all mitt work, but it's just why, when, and how, and all that other kind of stuff. So who's the person that needs to start first? You are. You start and you end. Who's the person that ends? You are. So you start and you end. You're always the first person to start punching and the last person to stop punching. Okay. So, and the last one you're going to end with is a jab, but multiple jabs. Okay, not enough people. That's a lost art anymore, is the jab. So at most I see is sometimes people will double up or triple up on the jab, but that's usually at the beginning of a drill, and it's just that as a drill. They'll go double jab cross, or sometimes rarely they'll go triple jab cross, but that's obviously not enough because nobody's using the jab even in fights. So if they're drilling it 2 or 3 times and barely using it once, that's not getting the job done. In a fight, you need to be popping that thing off like 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You need to keep it in his face all the time. That jab has to be the most active punch there is because it's the most important punch there is. Okay, so that has a lot to do with the mitt work we got going on. So let's go over one drill today. And again, who starts? You start. Who ends? You end. Okay. So I got somebody that actually knows how to hit mitts over here. So we'll go, for example, okay, so we're going to go a jab, cover, cross, lead, hook. We're going to add to that, but that for right now. Jab, cover, cross, lead, hook. Good. Good, perfect. 2 more times. 1 more time. Last one. Now, on those punches right there, you notice every time he throws a punch, the other punch is on the phone, okay? When he gets done using a punch, it comes back home to the chin. Every punch starts at the chin, and every punch ends at the chin, okay? It starts at the chin, it ends at the chin, no other place. Unless maybe you're trying to bait him in or do some craziness or whatever, but that's way down the line. So it starts at the chin, ends at the chin. Here's one thing, a lot of guys, and here's, like all this is a lot of functional facts you need to know, but nobody knows. If a punch goes out at 100 miles an hour, how fast does it come back? Quick. Thank you. I wasn't meant for him to answer, but he knows the answer. It's always double speed back. So if I crack you with 100, or, okay, if you throw a 100 mile an hour jab, it has to come back at 200 miles an hour for a couple of reasons. The main reason, so you don't get punched back in the face. So I'm going to show you something. So if he hits me with a jab and lazily takes it back home, okay? If he just, boom, bang, he's going to get socked in the face, okay? Boom, bang, okay? So now watch, if he does it correctly how he does, I'm just going to end up punching his glove. Good. So he did it perfect. So once again, if a punch goes out at 100 miles an hour, it comes back at 200 miles an hour. If it goes out at 200 miles an hour, it comes back at 400 miles an hour. That's imperative. You have to know that. He answered it and he wasn't supposed to. Okay, 4th of July. Okay, so you'll see, guys, I'm going to go off on a rant here. Okay, we're going to come back to the whole holding mitts jab thing. You'll see guys who fight or they're sparring or whatever, and instead of coming out in their true boxing stance, they'll do one of these or one of these or whatever else, but it's not true boxing stance. And the opponent will freak out, even back up sometimes. He doesn't know what to do. You know what you do? Punch him in the face hard. Okay, don't let anybody disrespect you by that. If they're going to do one of these, crack him. If I were to walk up to you and say, okay, hit me with whatever, jab or cross as hard as you can, the punch isn't going to come from somewhere down here. It's going to come from here. Bang, bang, whatever punch it's going to be, okay? So, guys, it's a mind game then, okay? So they'll come like this, and the opponent just backs up or doesn't throw one punch, okay? So now I'm going somewhere with this. So work with me on this. So if somebody does that to you, crack them in the face as hard as you can, okay? There's nothing they can get done, even if I'm here, and they sped it up, and you end up going 10 times slower. They come with some punch that should never even have hit you in the first place. But that's another video. I got that down. Just put that in the back of your mind, because we're going to touch on that later. So, now with the jab. Okay, so I throw the jab. If I bring it lazily back, I better get punched in the face, okay? If I don't, that means I'm disrespecting you by bringing it back. If he comes back, every time you throw a punch, give one back, okay? Give one back. And I'm a target. Every time you're a target, he's a target, she's a target. It doesn't matter who it is. Every time you throw a punch is when you are a target, okay? When I'm standing there here and moving, that's hard to fudge, and not so much. But here, when I throw, my body, like no matter how covered up you are still a target. Don't remember that. So, first of all, I throw a punch, so I'm a target. Second of all, I bring it back lazily, slow. You better touch me up, okay? So that's first thing on the mitts right here. This is gonna be like a 45-minute mitt thing. And then we're gonna add other combos to this tomorrow or another time. I'm just trying to get the ball rolling on this thing. So once again, we're gonna do that same drill. He's gonna jab, cover, come back with a cross lead hook. So that explains everything he's doing. Good. And I'm throwing this when he after his jab, I'm coming back. If I can hit him in the face, trust me, I will hit him in the face. Good. Good. Now, if you notice too, as soon as he gets done with those 3 punches, he's not in the same spot. When you get done, if it's 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch, 5 punch, whatever combination you threw, you got done throwing, you're not in that same spot. Move. You can't be there because a punch is going to come back. And if it doesn't, that just means your partner, your training partner, you're the guy you're fighting is just not up to speed, or his coach sucks. I don't know what. But when you get done with that combination, you have to be gone. You can't be there anymore because something's coming back. And if you notice, I didn't say anything. Andy just did it. Okay. So once again, we're gonna do that same combo. See, look how loose he is. He's super loose on this. There you go. And all it does is open up doors for him. 2 more. 2 more. Last one. Okay, now we're going to add to that, okay? So just get that one down. Like it's not going to do anybody any good having a 10-punch combination or whatever. And here's the thing too. Back in the day, I go rabbit holes on this whole thing. So we'll make other videos that break off this. When the hand pads were introduced, the old timers used to bag on these things, okay? Not these specific ones. These are expensive. But bag on hand pads using mitts, okay? It's no good, it's at work, da-da-da-da-da. And now, like, you have to have them. Every fighter, every boxer has to, his coach has to use these. Has to, it's imperative. So, I know a lot of people bag on Roger and Floyd Sr.'s, Mayweather's, how they hold mitts, okay? I love it, okay? If it's not for you, that's whatever. And I get it, okay? But it makes your reflexes more proactive than reactive, okay? Your defense is really good because it continually makes you either you're moving your head or parrying or slipping or sliding, a lot of different things, because it's just not like he's not throwing a 10 or 15 punch combo, just standing there, you're square on your heels, and he's not doing it. He's throwing stuff back at you, making you move, okay? So obviously you're not going to throw a 10 or 15 punch combo, but that 2 or 3 or maybe 4 punch combo you throw is really fast and it keeps you real elusive and keeps you moving, okay? So everybody's got their style, and I can copy pretty much anybody good, their mitt style or whatever, and I'm trying to get their personalities down. Like Jesse Reed's a good one, Floyd Sr.'s a good one, there's like Garcia's a good one, there's a lot of them out there, so I can pretty much emulate anybody on the mitts. Okay, back to it. So now let's add to that, okay? So we'll go slow on this one. Same setup. Jab, cover, cross, hook. Now, what I'm going to do from there, I'm going to throw a lead hook. He's going to weave it, jab, or cross, and then 3 jabs. 1, 2, 3. So after that, so under, 2, 3. Good. And on his 3 jabs, that was perfect. On those 3 jabs, he put me back on my heels. Every time he threw that jab, it was at a different angle, and he kept backing me up, backing me up. Okay, so we're going to put all that together now. Good. Hands are always up. When one hand punches, the other one's always up. This is perfect. Good. You did. He'll get on top of me so much sometimes because he's so fast coming out of the hole on that one. He'll throw that cross and then jab, 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 and I can't keep up with him. That's imperative. You start with the jab, you end with the jab. Now we're going to go from a 3 jab to a 5 jab at the end. Good, good. And he never stops. He punches and moves all the time. Good. So that's how we're just going to work on that one right now. Just try to get those down. So please, for the guy throwing, jab, cover, cross, lead hook, roll under, cross, jab, 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 or 5 jabs. 5 is better, but you'll get it. One more time. Jab, cover, jab, cover, cross, lead hook, roll under, cross, jab, jab, jab. Okay? Hit that one. It's hard to put all those numbers together on the number system. It's just, to me, or how I was taught, you can't be as elusive. Say, for example, you get Lomachenko, okay? That you couldn't give that guy a number system, okay? But everybody has their different styles. Like, I think Canelo, you could probably get away with the number system. He's kind of predictable, but he's got so much power that you almost know it's inevitable. It's going to come and get you or whatever. Same thing like this sucker. So that's it. We're going to put more combinations together. I just wanted to get this out there so you got the right frame of mind. We're going into this first. So for right now, if you didn't know, let us know. Please hit me up on comments, whether you liked it, you didn't. If you have any questions, throw stuff at me. Pound the subscribe button. Tell me if you liked it or not. So for right now, if you didn't know, now you know.